What's it like sitting here in Wallace and Gromit's living room? Do you feel like you're on a set?
I do. I feel like I am made of clay sitting on a Wallace and Gromit set.
A lot of people won't know, but it was based on your grandma's actual living room, wasn't it? So what's it like sitting here now? Does it take you back in time?
Yeah, well, it does. It completely takes me back in time. But the Wallace and Gromit film, my source of inspiration was I used to draw from my own childhood a lot, and that's what inspired the film, because it feels true to do that.
Gromit, that's it, cheese. We'll go somewhere where there's cheese.
So what's it like for you to come back to the Harris then and reopen it and have this major exhibition as someone who was so inspired by it growing up?
I mean, the museum was always a centre. You know, being in the centre of Preston, it was. I used to love just spending a day walking around, looking at all the artefacts, you know, the paintings. And when I was doing foundation art, and younger, you know, I used to come to the library here there was no internet, so I would look for books on animation, because there wasn't much around. And
to come here as this guest of honour, to reopen it,
yeah.
How does that feel?
I was quite a shy teenager and just had this hobby. I never imagined it would become, you know, household names, you know, my characters would be this well known. So to be, you know, to have statues of my characters in the centre of town, in the city centre, and now to be opening this, you know, new refurbished museum and my own exhibition here with my characters, it's just incredible.
Do you think it was places like this that gave you that, thinking there's something out there and I can chase it?
Yeah, I mean, because the film industry was a million miles away growing up in Preston. You know, it was in another world. Even Pinewood, and you know, the film industry in Britain was you know, millions of miles away, really. So the idea that I could actually do something and work in that industry was a dream that nobody had.
What is it about them that means that just people from all over the world, wherever they are, can relate to them, this man and his dog?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's when you do something personal, it becomes true for other people. It actually strangely becomes universal. It's encouraging, really, that something so homemade and, if you like, or handmade, can still compete in this world of CGI.
And Nick, do you think Wallace and Gromit would have been created if you were starting out today with, as you say, all the tech and the AI? People not actually doing as much of the physical hands-on creating as...
Yeah, we're on the brink of a kind of an interesting future now, aren't we? Which is going to change things a lot, probably. But we are, we're very much talking about it, how much to embrace the technology, as Wallace would say in the last film, but also to keep the human touch.
Are you still very much taking your time, the painstaking detail, when you're creating your films?
Yes, and we have teams of fantastic animators and model makers who all build this stuff, and you know, the texture, even, you know, the wallpaper, the texture of the wallpaper, it's kind of important. In a way, it's cinematic because it's simple. It's you know, the way feathers, you know, we like I say, it's very simple, but simple is strong often, and it's the way he just glides in and stops and takes his time to look around, and it's almost that slow kind of nuance, really, that gives him the power, like a sort of screen presence.
What would you say to this next generation coming up of filmmakers then, Nick, who may be being led down a path of AI and computers, when actually there might be something they can physically do, you know, with their own hands? And
yeah, I mean, I'm not against technology. I mean, at Aardman we do embrace it to where it's useful. All I know is that Gromit came out of clay. He may not. I mean, there was CGI films being made in the early 2000s and 90s. And we all thought, how much time have we got left, you know, with clay, you know, but it's not stopped, you know, we've gone from strength to strength.
And I interviewed your dad many years ago, and it was like I was talking to Wallace.
Right, yeah.
But it's that personal experience coming into your films, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right, yeah. It is. I mean, they say write about what you know, don't they? And I draw from those personal it's observational humour, a lot of it.
You must be so proud though to come back to the Harris and see your creations here.
It's just, I would never imagined it, when I was playing around with plasticine when I was a kid. It's incredible.